going. So we're hot.
Back in the studio.
Again.
Hey, and we're not alone.
No.
So that's great. It ain't just us.
I know. Usually it's just us and, well, you can't see the fishing light down there, but yeah, so y'all showed up in the dark and we'll introduce them in a minute, but you can't see much. But now tonight, I think we're going to do a good one tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and just shoot the bull a whole lot. Let's just get into it.
I say we do that.
Tonight we got Marc and Misty Brenner.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I hope everybody's doing well tonight.
We are. I thought maybe you got halfway here and went, I'm not going no further. I ran out of gas. I told him, I said, we might have to get a gas jug and go find him.
Well, we had all the traffic trying to get through Birmingham, and time you roll through a drive-through, grab a quick sandwich, and it eats up a little time.
Yeah.
An hour and a half trip turns into 2 hours quick, so we apologize for that, and we certainly appreciate you guys thinking of us and having us on tonight.
Well, I've been looking forward to getting you back on.
Thank you.
Since last time. Had a lot of good response out of it.
When you said you wanted to come to the studio, we were like, oh, yeah.
And I thought, we really want to make it a good one. We'll have him bring Misty with him.
Oh, nice.
And then, yeah.
Thank y'all. Next time I'll bring my venison salad.
There you go. See? Yeah.
She does make a really good smoked venison salad and a smoked turkey salad.
It's
good.
The turkey salad definitely has my attention.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try that.
It was good. It is good.
Well, anyway.
What all of y'all got going on right now?
Yeah,
I know y'all are busy.
Wide open. It's fall. It's prep time, and we getting through some of our dove shoots. Just wrapped up the Andrew Sports Medicine dove shoot last Sunday, and it was a great shoot. I mean, it's
have a lot of birds.
Had a lot of birds. I'd say not everybody got a limit, but quite a few did. No one left empty-handed. And for that event there, it's it's about the festivities. It's about the camaraderie, the fellowship.
I guess my invitation got lost in the mail. I don't know what happened to it.
Well,
I just messing with you.
Well, we'll try to figure out what we got to do to get that one worked out. But it was a lot of fun, and everybody had a good time. And it's nice to see those guys kind of roll up their sleeves and kind of be able to.
So
get their hands
how many people did you have there?
We had 72 registered.
Okay.
So not all of those, shot or participate on the field, but probably around 60 guns.
Okay.
And by the time they bring some of their wives and children and, others come in.
Sure.
We've got 85 to 90 folks there. It's always a lot of fun. You've got live entertainment.
Keep you on your toes, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
Got it, and it's a good time. You great food. We're cooking on site, and frying fish and chicken and smoking chicken and just all
I don't want to go dove hunting. I just want to come hang out and eat. And
I'll tell you,
drive the buggy around, deliver water.
I thought our whole hog was good, but that sounded pretty tasty there.
It is. It's a good time. And speaking of, we've got another dove shoot that we're going to do coming up on Saturday the 20th. It's benefiting Alabama Turkey Hunters Hall of Fame, which I think turkey is pretty special to all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Especially most of the folks listening to this show.
Listen, you can't tell in here that we think a lot of turkeys.
It's obviously, that you guys think the world of turkeys, especially with the different platforms that y'all have. And we appreciate everything y'all do to help promote the wild turkey.
I've been sharing that
thank you.
event you created. And if you put anything new up, I always try to share it. And of course, you can always, you post it to the page and that kind of thing.
Thank you.
So.
Thank you very much. And we've got a couple stations left. We still like to sell a few more, but this event's going to be basically a carbon copy of the Andrew Sports Medicine shoot. We're going to have, live entertainment. We're going to have all kinds of great food. And I'll be shooting sporting clays and transportation, and everything's provided once you get there, except for your shotgun and your shells. You'll need that. But other than that, all the refreshments are provided. You're allowed to bring your own coolers if you'd like. You're encouraged to bring your own chairs and such, but it's going to be a great time. And I was at the farm actually earlier today, and I know this sounds crazy, but there was more birds literally there while I was there than there was last week this time.
Well, they're migrating. I mean, they're moving.
Yeah.
That cool weather helped move some last week. I know it's warmed up now, which may make them hang around and stay a little longer, but
I hope it does. And that's kind of what triggered this event was we had put so much effort into facilitating that event for Dr. Kane that we approached Doc about, possibly doing another one, to help facilitate as a fundraiser for the Hall of Fame. And of course, it's no secret to where Doc's heart is towards wild turkey. He's a turkey thug himself, just like the rest of us here. And so he's big advocate and supporter of the turkey in general. So the different platforms. And so he was happy to open up his farm for us. And that meant a lot to us too. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So if anybody has any questions or needs any more information, please reach out to me. You can reach out to Misty and I, either one of you guys, I imagine. And and we can get them the information they need.
if we don't know it, I can put them on you anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's coming up Saturday, the 20th. Registration will start somewhere around 9:30, and then we'll start lunch around 11, and then it'll be an all afternoon event. So, yes.
And that's out.
That's in Leeds,
Alabama. That's right. Yeah.
That's in Leeds, Alabama. So any guys local, looking for a good shoot, looking to have a great time, support a good cause, we'd love to have you.
I don't think there's a better cause. I mean, celebrating Alabama turkey hunters.
Absolutely.
The great ones.
Trying to recognize the ones that helped paved our way, right?
That's right. You're exactly
the
right.
Ben Roger Lees, the Eddie Salters of the world, the M.L. Lynches of the world, the Fox Hayeses of the world, all those guys,
So many people don't realize what came out of Alabama.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's great turkey hunters everywhere, but Alabama's got our fair share.
I definitely
pioneers.
couldn't agree anymore. I think the heart of wild turkey hunting was probably developed right there between Highway 65 and 55 in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about that, there's a lot of history there. And yes, there's great turkey hunters all over the country, no doubt about that. But I just seems like Alabama, Mississippi are really, really ring out, But we want to recognize a lot of those guys, a lot of our forefathers that helped pave the way and create an industry for us to love and to cherish. And so now it's our job to kind of embrace that and pass it down and make sure that we preserve that heritage. For many generations.
Anything we can do to help, all you got to do is say the word. If you just need a back, to carry something around or,
thank you,
sounding platform to get some word out. So.
Absolutely. Well, anything that we can do in sport as well.
Yeah.
We're always there to try to help in any way. So definitely going to be a great time.
Oh, sounds like it. I'm just worried I'm going to be on a tractor.
Insane.
That's it.
Well, a lot of us will be,
Yeah.
That time of year, and the thing about it is, and as we move forward, in the future, we will probably push this event up, maybe as much as a week to try to, because I know the later you get in September, the more work days you're interfering with. And, that's what it takes to make these programs successful.
Yeah.
Whether it's a hunting club, private land, whatever you're doing, to make those programs successful, you've got to implement the maintenance and the work needed. So you just got to pick and choose. But if there's any folks that are going to be around there.
Well, you heard us. You heard my wife out there. You're not going to Oktoberfest with me? No, I'll be working.
Pick and choose. Yeah. That's this time of year. That's for sure. And a lot of work to be done at the hunting clubs and on the hunting properties this time of year for sure.
Well, so many of them, it's kind of like where we're at. We've got a lot of acreage, but few members, so we all have to. Everybody's got to pitch in to get it done. We don't have enough money to hire it done, and there's enough of us that's got tractors, and the other folks that can do their part. So when you got but 12, 13 people, you planting 30 green fields over 3,500 acres. You got to get it done, and like we were talking about, it's so dry right now. And I don't live close. I'm 2 hours. This is down.
Wow.
it's kind of in between Plantersville and Selma's where I'm located at.
Okay.
So it's I can't just jump in the truck
And be there.
and plant right before the rain comes in. Now, you know, I got a little private land down there. I might could do that, but
Sure.
there's no way to do what this, you know, this hunting property has. We just have to do it and sometimes pray. We usually get pretty lucky, but the last couple of years, been dry years all the way up into October, seem like.
Yeah. It's
And we're not going to get any tropical weather, it don't look like. So
you've definitely got to juggle those factors and try to weigh your options the best that you can. Definitely helps.
well, talk to us about, well, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if we're getting too far ahead. I mean, poor Misty sitting over there not saying anything. I mean,
Y'all want to talk about George, my turkey? No, just kidding.
no, right. Well, I do like George.
For anybody that follows some of the things that Misty does on social media, we do have we ventured down to
Yes.
some chickens. It's all started with chickens, and Misty started hatching off chickens. Our neighbor gave us, our veterinarian, Dr. Randy
Dr.
Britt,
Britt.
Yeah.
gave us some fertile chicken eggs, and she had borrowed an incubator from our
Oh,
neighbor.
good. I was going to say, you didn't.
She didn't sit on them herself.
I made Mark
She
sit
tried-
on them at night.
She did it for
rotated
a
them.
couple of days. She said, this is kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So anyway, we ended up. I'll let you.
I have 8 chickens and I have a turkey.
So Dr. Britt ended up giving her 3 turkey eggs.
And only one hatched. And he is a royal palm.
Oh, those are
He's-
pretty.
They
Yes,
sure are.
he's 4 months old. He is,
Feisty.
he's a little feisty, but he is a
full of
ladies'
personality.
man.
Yes, he
He when he first popped out of that egg, he was just came straight to me. Always, just cuddled to me. So when I go out to the farm, I just sit in my little Millennium turkey seat and just sit there. And he comes and sits in my lap, and he likes to hug, so I hug him and sing to him. So yeah, it's,
Y'all hear y'all.
I'm not turkey hunting anymore.
Oh.
I'm going to start raising them.
Excuse me. I did not just hear what I just heard.
Well,
We'll see what happens when it rolls
Wait a
around.
minute.
So
You
I'm
know,
gonna go ahead
listen.
and blow the whistle on this one, because I believe this is all Dr. Lyle Kane's fault.
yes.
So we're sitting there talking with Doc one day, and he said, "Yeah, have you ever watched this documentary by Joe Hutto, My Life as a Turkey?" Mm-hmm. Like, no, sir, we sure have not. He said, "That's your assignment." I was like, "Okay." So we get home. Misty starts whatever computer stuff. Hey, come on, let's go sit down and watch this movie. I'm like, all right, this sounds great. Start watching this movie. Now, have either one of y'all watched this?
I have.
No, I'm familiar with it, though. I know what you're talking about.
It is your assignment. I'm passing it on. And it is a documentary that I really do believe every turkey hunter needs to watch.
Is it just like, I've watched one documentary on the life of a turkey.
That's it.
Is that it? Okay, I have
It's
seen
about
it
an hour
then.
long,
Yeah,
and this man literally lives his
Yes.
whole year
with the turkey.
with these turkeys.
I saw that a long time ago, but I will
It's
rewatch
awesome.
it.
You should, and I'm encouraging anyone in the audience that has not watched that. They really ought to. I think it'll help you appreciate what it takes to produce one bird for you.
Oh,
And a lot of people don't realize,
you've hit the lottery if you kill a turkey.
man,
You've hit the
to
lottery.
get a turkey to an adult
Yeah.
stage. Boy, no wonder why they're so darn tough. Mm-hmm. And now you got so many more hunters out there, hammering down. Got a lot of obstacles, so we can dive into more of that later.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, that's a great documentary. And it started right there. And then Misty got the chicken eggs, and then Doc gave her the 3 turkey eggs, and here she goes.
I boohooed the whole time watching it.
We started watching. Yeah, I was
I
like,
boohooed. I was like,
goodness.
I'm not killing another bird. I'm just going to start raising them and letting them go.
Well, but you can't look at it like that. I mean, it's the hunt. The reason we've got them back to where they are is the hunters.
y'all see what I'm dealing with here?
It's like, okay, Strickland says, if you love an animal, let people hunt them.
That's
Hunters
right.
will take care of them.
Plant more seeds.
Yeah. So
that's the key to it. So, yeah, she hatched George off and 8 chickens. And
does George think he's a chicken?
He's 4 months old, and I think I need to try to find him a girlfriend.
oh gosh,
No, all right.
So I literally have some friends in Ozark that own farm systems or managed farm systems down there. Mr. William Wingard, great friends, and he mentioned something about having a hen turkey. And I'll be darned if she is not.
I'm going to.
Now it sounds like we're going to Ozark to get a turkey.
Well,
But I will tell you this does go back to several years ago that we did have turkeys before when we were managing the Central Alabama Whitetail Rehab Center for the state of Alabama. We did that for 8 years. And during that time, we did brood and raise some turkeys for some of the game breeders here in the state. And they were not Easterns. They were just broad-breasted bronze turkeys for pets. And our friend, Mr. Eddie's, his mama had 2 gobblers down in Evergreen, and they brought those up there. Him and D1 brought them up there. I'll never forget, and turned them loose in our pen. And that was the one stayed around. Bobcat got the other one. But after all of that and having so many of those birds in a pen, it's kind of like geese on your pier.
Yeah. Okay. I know. Yep. Say no more.
yeah.
They're out
That
here.
is not cool, And so we learned a lot about them then, but the chickens we were looking forward to just for the homesteading reasons. We managed or take care of a farm, obviously where we're going to be doing the dove shoot, Dr. Lyle Kane's farm there in Leeds. And he has a 1 acre garden that's high fenced, and we had to high fence it because when we put in the garden a couple of years ago, deer wiped it out. And so we decided we had our old deer pen, and we utilized some of those materials that we had left over and put his pen up. And so when she started talking about, and she's got, women have a way of doing this. They plant seeds that they want to grow. And so she starts doing this through social media with the girls. We'll just say refer to as the girls, and the girls started chiming in about, oh yes, we used to have chickens, and Mom used to have a chicken when she was young named Pookie, and she took it home from the fair in her pocket, and her parents didn't know about it until like 2 days later, and oh gosh, so.
So
now
we
here
have
we go.
chickens, and we also have bees. I mean,
Now we do.
We do have bees. We started that a couple of years ago, and
A lot of
neat.
folks would not realize the advantages that bees bring to wildlife.
Oh no. Yeah. You're right.
I mean, and the thing about it is, especially those of us that like clover. I mean, that pollinates that clover so well.
Oh, yeah.
And it really, really helps it thrive. And in the springtime, you can really tell a big difference, or we have. So,
Makes good honey too.
oh boy, it does. And
even the sunflowers make good honey.
Oh, I imagine they
Yes, I
would.
mean,
I hadn't thought
it's-
about it, but yeah, I imagine they would.
It's
one
really
problem with
good.
Makes you wonder
sunflowers,
what a bee thinks when he flies up on one of the big sunflowers. Like, oh my God, Mecca. Ah.
Yeah.
I would think so. Because when they're blooming, and they don't bloom very long, like 2 weeks, and then boom, they're dead. But during that time, our sunflowers will literally be as big as a pie plate.
Oh,
There'll
yeah.
be 5 or 6 bees on every single flower.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had hard trouble trying to keep the deer out this year. Now we run 2-dimensional electric fence around all of our sunflower fields, and that's very labor intensive. If you can imagine, even with putting up temporary fences, and we just couldn't keep the does out of them, couldn't keep the deer out of them.
I really thought about them eating sunflowers.
Oh,
I
they'll
guess.
mow them down.
Really?
They were even jumping in, having the babies, and then leaving. You could, because we put cameras around just to see. And I've noticed that some of them would jump in pregnant, and the other one, and he would jump out and be like, okay. 2 days later, would be like, oh, there's the fawn with it. So I guess they were jumping in, having their babies in the sunflowers.
It
You
is
can, you can pull that microphone to you. It'll move around that way.
It is a good cover crop.
Yeah.
Not as good as sorghum and some of those other ones, but it is a good cover crop though.
So what do you on your dove fields like that? What since we're kind of talking Phil's and George and everything else. I
Absolutely.
mean, what all do you plant it? I mean, is it just sunflowers?
Just
or-
sunflowers for the most part.
Okay.
Now this year we're going to do something. Or I'll say this year, this next year.
Yeah.
Come to planting season, we do a real heavy cereal grain base in a couple of these fields, simply because they're rotated every year, and we got a lot of grazing pressure. I mean, more than we can stand, just because of the location of the farm. There's not much herd management outside of our small farm, and so we're having to absorb and maintain a lot more head than most. So that being said, we're going to go back with a real good or real thick wheat and oats blend, and we're going to allow it to mature and just ride throughout the summer. Mm-hmm. And then right before we do the doves, we'll go in and spray it, mow it, and then all that seed will be sitting on top of the ground.
Do you know, I
Naturally.
did some of that really kind of by accident this year down on my place. And it really, you know, we had so much rain this spring
so
that it just went crazy.
Yes.
It was higher than my feeders and covered up my camera. But when it started dying down, I actually had, well, they're still hanging around. 3 gobblers would come through there just feeding, pecking it off all the time. Never saw deer in it, but those turkeys seem to walk the same pattern. Now, you know, every 2 or 3 days a week they would come through there eating.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, God, it's so thick, but they were in it. And then I got down there and bush hogged it down, and the clover I'd planted, I thought it had failed. It was just beautiful under there.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful under.
Yes, sir.
It was beautiful.
Sir. If depending on how large your food plots are,
This one's about 1 acre.
if you would consider, if you have the same foliage density in that food plot, if you would consider mowing 20-foot strips through those food plots, it would really help your pulse
Yeah, well,
utilize them a little bit.
This was my issue.
Yeah,
We traveled so much turkey hunting this
fair
year.
enough. You weren't.
I couldn't get there, and then by the time it was time to mow, I was
it's
worried
too late.
about. I thought, well, I was worried about killing nest or messing things up.
That's right.
And they really, if they were out in there, yeah, it was bad. But the areas around the edges and stuff was okay. But yeah, I know. Me and Ron Jolly was talking that very same thing one day. He was talking about just mow you a couple of strips here and there, just so they can get out and have a place to run back to and hide and can move. It's exactly what I'll do from now. Well, actually, I said I'll try to get down there a little earlier, but this was just a crazy turkey season for us. We didn't finish turkey hunting until Memorial Day weekend. So
Aren't you lucky?
We was in Canada.
yeah, we went to Canada and hunted.
Just rub it in.
Well, she's not going to turkey hunt no more.
She
right?
lied.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
She lied.
She'll be the first one with a gun
She's
out.
spoiled.
Hey, you want
She's spoiled rotten. I mean,
I see a picture or two posted every year.
she's
Somebody holding a turkey.
If you see me with the holster on George walking out in the woods, just mind your business. Just keep walking.
live decoy.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
telling you, I
I
can't
often
take
thought
it.
about that. What if I raised? You know, I know you can't legally anymore, but at one time, there was no really kind of ruling. I said, well, give me a couple of hens. You know, just carry them with me and turn them loose and let them play while I hunt. And maybe, you know, of course, I never had done anything like that, but yeah, I can see where old George over there gobbling, get one fired up.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing in my neck of the woods, boy?
Yeah.
I know somebody told me a story about hunting one. A
tame
gobbling
turkey.
turkey, apparently.
Oh, when peeing turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hunted them 2 weekends in a row hard.
That's aggravating. You get a local or
Yeah.
adjoining landowner that's got a pet turkey, and he's
That's what he said.
I've got a young hunter that I've watched grow up and develop really, really well to a great hunter, and I went and hunted with him 2 years ago, and that there was a turkey that pulled the same thing on us, and for about 2 days after the second day, I sat here and listened to that turkey gobble, and I said, "Listen, that turkey's tame turkey." He said, "Well, there's an old man lives down there, you know, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Yeah. Mm-hmm." Anyway, come to find out, tame turkey sitting there in the pen.
They'll fool you every time. Well, we had that one in Kentucky. Remember that one? The Amish guy was hunting some Amish land, and way on the backside, I guess it was somebody had bought the other side of the farm, and apparently he had a turkey we didn't know about. He gobbled good. He got us, man. We set up and called. But when you start hearing the pigs and everything else, and the turkey gobble right amongst them, must be Jacob's turkey down there or whatever,
Grain fed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that happens.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
And George.
I told Aunt the other night, when I worked at the sheriff's office here in Coleman, there was a guy that had a pet turkey and he had warrants on him all the time.
The turkey?
And you could not get out of his house. That thing was worse than a pit bull. It'd run you back to the car, get on the hood of the car. It was intimidating.
Oh, the turkey.
Yes, the turkey. Yes, a lot meaner than the guy was, I promise. And he knew it. None of us want to get out. That turkey would want to flog you. He was big, too. And so I don't know whatever happened to the turkey after I left, but I know it was hard to go out there before that. They can be like that.
well, I know Eddie had a buddy growing up that raised a wild turkey. It was a gobbler, wild bird. This was back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Back when they had VW bugs, and I believe I think that turkey's name was George, or so I can't remember his name. But anyway, this turkey would literally ride around in the Volkswagen Bug with this man everywhere. I mean, and go just like a dog, and would roost up on top of his house, and then would fly down in the morning time. He'd load up and go in the Volkswagen Bug and ride around with him. I thought, man, I bet you that car stinks.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. What didn't put a diaper on him? But anyway,
now I'd like to see a diaper on the turkey. Try George. See if you can get a diaper on
I'm gonna
George.
try that. Put a diaper.
Next time you come up, y'all bring George with you.
Heck
Just let him ride with you. He can sit on the console.
maybe in Misty's truck.
Oh,
We are in my truck.
That's why I said, well, just put him in the back with the cover on it. She wouldn't do that to George.
No.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's okay.
but he's got a girlfriend coming apparently, so
hope
that's
so.
good. That's good.
She's
That's
on
good.
the lookout. So I guess I'll be making a road trip sometime soon.
I thought I was going to acquire my first turkeys a couple of weeks ago. A buddy of mine, he bought 5 from a guy, one of his neighbors, and he said, well, he's got some more. And I said, go over there Saturday and get them. I said, I want some. And I never heard from him. So Monday, he come into work, and I was like, where's my turkeys? He said the guy decided to keep the rest of them, and I was like, ugh, I was ready.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I was excited.
You had Laura talked into it?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yep.
I can't believe
So
it.
I put an order in for some with Dennis for next spring.
Good luck.
Wilburn?
Yeah.
I hope I can get some too.
He said one guy got like 400 this year.
Yeah.
What?
He told me he had over 600 on order.
Yeah.
Why would
He's
you
got a
have
unique
400 of
situation.
them?
Yeah.
He's got a
does.
very, very unique situation. And, if you can get on that list, I will tell you it's worth it. He can literally name his price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got a very, very unique product.
Well, and everybody knows him, and
Absolutely.
so I mean,
It is
that's
what
like
it is.
what you said. You got to be able to get on the list.
You got to be able to get on that
Are
list.
you on the list?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be on the list.
yesterday. So I'm somewhere under you, I'm sure.
I'm hoping to be on the list. So
He's, but
Dennis is a great guy.
If I could,
just-
if I
Very
could
nice
just turn them loose, I would. I would raise them and let them run around here. But too many coyotes and
Yeah.
bobcats and foxes, I don't think they'd make it. So
It's tough. It's really tough. We turned some quail loose, and
They're all gone.
they're all
every
gone.
one of them,
Yeah.
sad.
It's the aerial predators that,
Yeah.
that need to be addressed, and I understand they were on the protective list for so long now, but it's time to reconsider. It's in my opinion, at least get state assistant programs here, because it's like with anything, any resource has got to be managed, and If it's causing other species to suffer, then why aren't we?
I was about to say
interfering
we're
with that?
losing quail.
We don't have.
I mean, they're basically gone.
Gone.
I mean,
Yeah.
except for pen raised stuff.
Yeah.
And we know how hard they are on turkeys.
Yes.
And if our agencies are sincerely concerned about the preservation of these wild animals, then why would we not manage what we know that helps eliminate them? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to dive off into any particular subject. I do feed, but if we know that some of the policies and things that we've changed is interfering with those populations, shouldn't we reconsider our efforts?
Oh, I've said it for years.
There's a right way and a wrong way of doing things, and I'm specifically talking about baiting. If we're not using a product we know to be aflatoxin certified, and we're just going out and putting big, large piles on the ground, inviting mold and other toxins to come in and interfere and infect, contaminate these food sources that we're now encouraging all wildlife to eat. They're going to eat it. And we know that to be true. And if that's going to have a negative effect, and can't we just implement better practices? That's all I encourage.
Until it affects the wallet down there, I ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, look, well, as the landowner, as a landowner and land steward, we have, I feel like, obligations to do the right thing. Right? Our efforts is just putting it in a container, making sure it's not getting contaminated. Mm-hmm. Just don't dump it on the ground.
Don't dump it on the ground.
Put it in a contained, a dry contained dispense system, whether you're slinging feed it or gravity feed. You just don't want it piled up on the ground.
Well, then move it around every now and then.
That helps.
Don't sit your feeder in the same place
All the time. No. I agree with you there, because you get a lot of waste and a lot of mold, and especially folks that have hogs, and that gets to be a problem too.
Oh, they destroyed one of my feeders last year. I mean, they will too.
They will.
But I mean, it was busted all to pieces. Matter of fact, you brought me a bottom to an old one he had squirrels eat up, because the other ones, they just tore it all to pieces.
Right. That's fair.
Had to hunt it down. They rooted the thing off into the briars. I had them on camera. I watched them tear it up.
Gosh.
Can't
Can't keep them out of it.
Well, we got us a guy down there. That's his goal. He said he wanted to kill 30 hogs this year. I said, have at it. Have at it. Do it right now. They're there.
Hopefully he'll double or triple that.
Yeah, you can. But hogs are smart now.
Yeah.
You ain't going to hunt them in the same spot once or twice, and they're gone for a long time.
You think you could trap them?
I guess you could. It's just, man, it's so hard to get in there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you'd haul a pen. I guess you'd haul it down there and build it and put it in. But where they're at's off down in the swamp, and it's just basically old skidder roads getting into it and out of it. And so I sit down there with a 17, just shoot them in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drag them off and let the coyotes have it.
Yep.
Now, I put a couple of sows in the freezer. I'm going to tell you what.
They're good.
There is nothing wrong.
No.
Oh, there is nothing wrong with them. I cooked a butt for Labor Day, and they couldn't believe that was a wild pig.
Well,
And because generally they're not, super. They're a little bit more lean.
they
Maybe
are.
they're a little tougher. Not bad though, but I mean,
Well, you pick the right ones.
yeah. I mean, you don't kill no. You don't want no 200 and some boar and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I like about an 85.
That's right.
100 pounds, something right in there.
Right. That's right.
And those two, it's funny. I lined them up. I killed both of them. I waited till they was feeding toward each other and
Yes, sir.
shot us through the head, one shot. I was so proud of myself.
Wow.
And nobody witnessed it. Nobody believed me.
Well, that's your story. And
That's
stick
my
to it.
story. I ain't gonna
right.
lie. Lightning could get. Come on. Well, there ain't no rain out there, so I can say nobody say that either. But
No, that's wild hogs. Very good.
they're good, but I hate them. I
They're a lot of
wish
work.
they could get rid of them because I really believe that's a lot of our turkey issues too. They can say all they want to say, but that nose is on the ground. If they can sniff out a nest, they might not be actively after it.
Yeah.
But we had pigs growing up. My dad raised them. We had them, that's what we ate. But if chicken get in a pen with them, they'll kill it and eat a chicken. You don't want no hog around. I mean, they would.
I attended a field day not too long ago, and there was a very well-respected biologist there speaking, and he covered that factor and whether or not hogs had an effect on wild turkey populations. He said it wasn't anything to note, and I'll go on the record and say I disagree. Absolutely, and I haven't done as much study with the wild hogs, but I'm smart. I mean, I've always, just like yourself, Anthony, you grow up and you say, if always heard if you're going to murder somebody, get away with it, throw them in the hog pen. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a reason for that. They'll eat anything. They're cannibalistic. I mean, they will prey on each other. And so I agree. Are they looking for a turkey nest? No. But if they find one.
But Mark, this is how I look at it. All right. We already have habitat problems.
Oh, yes.
Human encroachment everywhere, development. You got that aspect. Now we've got all these avian predators that have come back. You got that little piece part to it. We got coyotes everywhere. You got that piece. We got raccoons running crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, my uncle's killed. He's up on number 80 this year. Just one trap. Nice. Not saving my turkeys, which he's doing. He's saving his pairs. He's 87. He worries about his pair trip, But, I mean, that's one trap he's done this year because...
Is that a DP or a live trap or what?
It's a DP.
Yeah, just
DP. He just
one
trap.
That's like catching one every other night.
He sends. I get a text from him almost every other day or so. Number 8, number 80, whatever.
Golly.
It gives him something to do. But that's what I'm telling you. That my dad, down on his place, I guess they probably trapped and killed 40 or 50 this year, and he just does it after I go look. The coons are out there in your corn, riding the stalks down. He'll get out there and set him a trap, and nobody does it. But when you add my point was when you add all these little things up, it becomes a big thing.
It does get very compacted, and the problem is there's other than conservation efforts, there's not any reward. There's no compensation for the effort, and so back when our forefathers were growing up and trapping was still. Or, fur was a viable trade there. There was a lot of benefit to going out and trapping. But now, and it was always instilled in our generation, respectfully, that if hunting-wise, if you were going to take it, you ate it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Period. You didn't waste anything. And so now you're fighting that dilemma on some regards. What do you do with them? So you have to look at it as a management perspective.
It is hard.
And here's
hard
the thing.
To think you're just killing that animal to get it out of the way. But, I mean, you're right.
It is the worst part of my job. That I will tell you. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It is just what it is. And I tell these students from Montevallo when they come in and work with us every single year, or through the years, and every single year they come in, and it's like, this is just part of it. And you have to walk up onto a coon and you sit there trying to hide from you. Hey, guess what? It's a mental thing. You just got to put it out and do your thing and know that if you're not doing it, how much more compounded it's going to be. And coons and turkeys will not cohabitate.
No.
It does not work out well. And so one coon's going to bust up a whole nest and possibly kill your hen, which you don't want that either. So it's programmed. You got to hit it from all angles, all perspectives there.
We kind of running off topic. I love it though.
Just rolling.
I still want to come to your trapping class thing.
Please do.
Oh, yeah.
Please do. We do that the first weekend in January. Yeah. This will be our 9th year.
And I want to talk about everything you guys do before we get out of here. Because
awesome. Well, we'll mention that.
Your hands in a little bit of everything.
We do, and I appreciate having the opportunity to talk about these things with you guys. And And that kicks off the first weekend in January every single year. We've been hosting that for Alabama Trappers Association and DCNR, and they do that as joint effort there. And we got that farm, Dr. Kane's farm, that we use right there in Leeds, and he's got a nice barn that we set up. And the first part of it's a 2-day course, and it's a Saturday and Sunday. The first part of Saturday up until lunch that morning, get done with registration. Then we do kind of like a classroom session where we go over a lot of the history and the laws and different types of traps and so on and so forth that morning. And then that afternoon, we'll break up into 3 or 4 different groups depending on the number of students that we have in the class, and we'll go to different tracts of land that we have locally. And we'll set trap lines all Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday morning, we'll reassemble back at the independent tracts of land that you set the lines on. And we'll get back together Sunday morning. We'll check the traps. And then whatever we dispatch, we bring that back to the barn. And then we do a full skinning session on any animal that we have right there. And it's nice because a lot of the students are kids. Mm-hmm. It has been identified as a youth workshop, but it's really not. It's for youth and adults. We have more. Well, but
it's great. I'm supposing you raised like I was just raised. That's what you did. I knew I was taught that by my dad and grandpa and everybody else how to skin something out or what to do with it. But these kids today.
You'd be surprised how many don't.
That's what I'm saying. Don't have a clue.
And especially with trapping. I mean,
there's adults that don't even know how to skin a deer.
I didn't grow up trapping. I did. My father was not very involved with hunting. I had an uncle that was very involved with hunting, and thankfully he kind of got me introduced into the outdoors, and I took it from there when I was turned 15, 16 years old. But, those that didn't grow up trapping, it can respectfully be quite intimidating until you learn it. You look at a mean trap right there and all you know is it's going to hurt you, might break your finger or whatever. You don't realize that they're not going to hurt you as bad as as people make it out to be. In fact, Misty facilitated the trapping contract for the city of Hoover for about 8 years. Mm-hmm. So she did all the nuisance pest control work for the city of Hoover for a long time.
What's the craziest thing you ever caught there?
Oh, God. Well, let's see. There's a lot of beavers behind apartment complexes. There's a lot of coyotes.
Yeah.
A lot of coyotes in Hoover. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I mean, nothing crazy.
Probably the fox underneath the house that gave us a fit, gave you a fit for a while.
Yeah, most of those, some foxes, coyotes, beavers. I had to spray for geese.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Expensive neighborhood that the geese were coming up and the ducks were coming up and pooping all over the kids' trampolines. And so, I had to take care of their yard.
And a lot of, it's kind of crazy how this works, but when you're addressing the homeowner and you're looking out there and they got a problem with raccoons, and you look out on the back porch, there's 1 bowl, 2 bowls, 3 bowls. What are all these bowls for? Oh, that's cat food stuff we put out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Is it your cat?
So if I were
stray cat,
respectfully, if I were to say anything to the homeowner, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you imply that me feed my cat is bringing this wildlife in? Misty? This is your fault, don't you? What? Yeah, all of these bowls are your fault. The reason this problem is coming in is your fault. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. They're like, oh, apologize. How much do I owe you? What?
They look at you. Get off my property. Yeah,
they look at me like, man. What in the world?
Yeah.
But Misty, she gets away with it. But anyway, it's kind of funny. But she did a great job with that. And facilitating the homeowners, they're always concerned and they're all caring about everything, right? And so she did well with that. But anyways, part of managing wildlife is still trapping.
Yeah.
So I know we're getting off on.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm loving every bit of it.
We were talking about that because of the trapping workshop that we're doing in January. And
no, I just thought maybe some crazy alligator sneaked in you didn't know about or caught something one time.
No, but they did. We did hear about an alligator that was caught though, but that was in Birmingport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a.
I know I did get a
Messy
bear
situation.
on 119 or somewhere over there in one of those fancy neighborhoods. They saw a bear, but
Well, I'm amazed. Like somebody, on one of the jogging trails over Mountain Brook or in there, we saw a coyote. Yeah. You
That's
sure
right.
did. They're everywhere.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
That's part of it.
that's just.
yeah, it's crazy. People in Hoover they don't understand. They're like, it's a dog.
Well, it
I'm
goes
like,
back to habitat, though. What we were talking about. I mean, we're losing habitat every day. And I think if more people would focus on habitat in trapping, a lot of this would come to full circle. So, but there's different techniques and things that we can do to manage. But after the trapping workshop on March the 14th, same location, we'll be hosting a turkey field day with small track management as a primary focus.
Oh, I might have to come to that.
It is geared towards turkeys, particularly nesting and brooding habitat. So, say it the right way, you would be able to come to a small track, which I think is more or most common amongst enthusiasts. Not everybody can afford 1,000 acres. Not everybody can afford 500 acres.
I wish I could.
I wish I could. I wish I could afford 200 acres.
Yeah.
But more and more folks are buying the 50 acres, 100 acres, 120 acres. And we want them to understand how successful they can be, especially with a joint effort and collaborated effort with your neighbors, and that's something that I'll go ahead and throw out there now is you're looking to buy land before you pull the trigger. I highly encourage you to go and talk to the adjoining landowners and find out what their current uses are, what their goals are, what they're going to be short-term, long-term. What's up, guys? Just want to learn. Just want to know you. Do you have a chance? I mean, don't go try to buy a 50-acre tract in the middle of Brownets Down territory and think that you're going to grow a mature deer.
You're not.
And then sit there and get upset 5 years after 5 years and be crying the blues and fighting this with resistance. That's not going to help you accomplish your goals. You've got to pick and choose. And most realtors and most of your agents nowadays, recreational property has become a specialized entity. Before, when we were kids, it was not heard of. You only bought timber for the most part, or you only bought land to grow timber on for the most part. Otherwise, you would hear about someone professionally buying land to put money into, but it was always for the timber. But now I think in the last 20 years, especially the last 10 years, that focus has shifted.
Oh, yeah.
Which has created opportunities like our business, Outfitters Depot, that specializes in recreational property development and maintenance. And so there's got a lot of our clients, they already have a lake house or they'll have a beach house, a nice place. Now they want a couple 100 acres or, maybe even 50 acres, to take care of and for their families to be able to enjoy and hunt and such. So you can be successful with small tracts in that seminar there on the 14th, and that'll be in Leeds, Alabama as well. And then after that, we dive right on into the most wonderful time of the year. And so
Can't get here fast enough.
oh no, it's and
I know I'm wishing my life away, but I look forward to is that next spring. So.
Well, I'm definitely excited. I know Misty's not talking about it, but she knows that's a special time of the year too. So
It is.
Yes, we always enjoy spring.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
That's what I love about what he and I do. So much travel and hunting. We come, spring starts here, or if you go in Florida, it's way early, but it seems like we're travel back in time to beginning of spring everywhere we go. If we go further north and north,
Yeah.
Yeah, we hunt in Florida or we hunt here, then we go to Tennessee and, it's 2 or 3 weeks behind where we are here. And then you end up Indiana or Illinois. And then
Right.
like this year we was a couple 100 miles north of New York.
Yeah.
It was
Saw
beautiful
that.
green, but it was like 30 degrees. I mean, so, we just chase spring around,
I really, really want to get to Maine.
I do too.
I want to
Yeah.
get to Maine. It's on my bucket list. Of course, I feel like there's so much to see and do here in the United States. My bucket list so full of staying right here. I'm not really caring to travel abroad. I'm not that anxious yet, but I want to get up to Maine and do the lobster thing. I know Dr. Britt and Joe and those guys. They all go up there. Joe Ham, they all go up there together every year, and
Joe Ham, he's everywhere.
he is, isn't he? Though
He's everywhere. Every
He
time I turn
is.
around, the man was somewhere this past year.
Well, maybe when I grow up and retire like he has,
Yeah,
I'll
well.
be able to do what he's done. He worked real hard to be able to do all that. And I tip my hat to Joe. Joe's a great man. He's a great
Yes.
ambassador to this whole entire industry, the turkey hunting world. He's been a great man.
We're going to get him on here one of these days.
I think that's probably
I
just
think
a
that'd be
phone
great,
call.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always happy to help, and he loves talking turkey. That's for sure. That's for sure.
He'd love to get away from Todd for a little while. Probably.
Well, I don't know if he's realized what he was getting himself into. But I did say it on the way up here. I said, Misty, Todd found his way out here in this neck of the woods. So if he can find it, we can find it.
And Todd really, and I didn't realize so many people were listening so early onto this podcast, but he credits us for getting a lot of his North Alabama
believe it.
business going.
Todd's a
it
great
just
guy.
blew up.
Todd's a wonderful guy. Think the world of him.
He's a good guy. He's a little wild.
He's a hard worker.
He is very hard.
He's a
worker.
hard worker, and he's got a heart of gold. And I believe he sticks with it. He's going to.
I think he'll be very successful.
He'll do well. Yeah, he'll do well. But he ought to be really busy about this time of year. I know he'd like to see, be busier in the spring when they really need to be utilizing his product. But his product is such an effect, has an effective attractant, that I think that's why a lot of hunters are drawn to it this time of year.
I keep his mineral out year round.
Yeah.
I got
Need
a whole
to.
box of attractant over there behind that. I don't know. He had some kind of leftovers. I just buy them up from him when he
Oh,
does.
yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
He came by the other day. But I don't mean to get off on it. He's so busy now. Used to, he would pull up to my office.
Yeah.
He's bringing me a few buckets or bags of stuff, and I can't get rid of him. He loves to talk,
Oh, yeah.
and now he was so busy. We're trying to talk. As we're loading the stuff in the back of my truck. He's in his truck, backing out, still talking.
Yeah.
But he knows he's got to go.
It's Todd.
And talks all the way down the street till we can't hear each other. I just kind of wave at him, So, I mean, he knows he got to get it done, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a good guy. I'm glad to see he's having success.
I am too. Anybody that works that hard.
That's a job, what he's doing.
It is. Well, building any brand is a tough job, no matter what. And you got to really hustle and bustle and get to the grind. And, we're still working with the Titan leafy suits. And I was dealing with emails today trying to get ready for distribution shows in January and getting all of our ducks lined up with that. So that stays 6 months in advance all the time. You're always, plugging away. And,
Oh, yeah, I imagine you've got to stay. You've always got to be looking over that next hill
yes, sir.
coming.
Yes, sir. You do. If you don't, you'll end up setting yourself up for failure because you'll run into inventory problems. And the guys at Titan, they do a great job. Rodney, Taylor.
I've got
Todd
one of those
Muirhead.
suits. I bought it from you guys.
You did? Mm-hmm. I'll bring you a couple more. And if you need some, you let us know. They're wonderful products. I absolutely love it. I mean, You wouldn't really notice it probably in the turkey season, but most days I get up and put on a pair of brown Wranglers or green Wranglers, or maybe even a pair of tan Wranglers, and I put on my regular old work shirts and meet my clients. Like, getting ready to go hunting? I said, sure am. Aren't you? Yes, sir. Get in the truck. Let's go.
That'll give you the look.
Where's your camo at? It's in the back. And I just put on my leafy top.
Yep.
I don't worry about the bottoms. By the time I'm sitting on a tree or in my Millennium seats, what I'm normally sitting in, by the time they realize I don't have on camo pants,
Yeah, too late.
Too late.
Too late.
And if they
If they get up that close, it's over.
it's over, And I'm bad now about taking that Millennium seat.
It's comfortable.
Oh my God, I won't leave truck without it. My old back can't take sitting against the daggum tree anymore.
No.
And after about an hour or so, guys, my mid back, it'll just go into killing me. And then the rest of the day, I'm shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts to walk. And yes, I'm telling on my age, and that's fine. I'm okay.
That's
but
all
there's
right.
no
I'm
what.
still the oldest one in this room. So I don't hear about it.
But I know that Millennium chair's, I mean, it's a little bit bulky, but it's lightweight, it's compact, and I do not carry what I used to carry in the woods with me anymore. And I still carry my vest, and I think it's kind of like my I don't know, my comfort blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel comfortable without having it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like you. Do you pull it off where you sit down? I do.
Typically, if I'm sitting in my chair, I'll sit it down right there. More than likely, I'm gonna have one or two pots that I've got in my hand, and I'm gonna have a diaphragm in my mouth. So after I sat down and I'm doing my thing, and I don't need any snips or I don't need any steaks or anything like this, I just got my stuff. I don't need it. I mean, I just sit there in my chair. And the first solo hunt I did this year, I had wanted to. I knew some birds were working in a food plot most afternoons, late in the afternoons, and I slid that about 200 yards out the back of that food plot and got on a ridge, and there was a little saddle before they got to me, and so when I set up, I looked at the peak of that, where that saddle came up to me, and I saw the peak of that knoll right there. And I wanted to be within 40 steps of where that peak of that knoll was, because I knew that turkey, if he came through that saddle and he stepped up right there, that's probably where he was going to step out to. And I looked out there, and about 30 steps, there was a old blowdown sitting right there. And it was up against a tree. I said, yeah, I just have to take that seat and put it right there. He's not going to come up the backside of this ridge because the food plot's out that way. And long story short, I sat there and got comfortable. And he never gobbled, but I was just waiting for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about. And when I heard him coming, and I was just sitting there watching. Here I'm shooting just a little 410, getting close. And I watched him come up through that little knoll right there. He stepped around the daggone pine tree right there. He stuck his old head up like that, and that was all she wrote. And it was just old school, it was just kind of looking at a ridge top and just reading those ridges. And I love hunting a ridge runner. I was blessed to kill my very first turkey down in Sumter County, and that Southwest Alabama swamp turkey is a bird that I hate to fool with anymore. I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, when you got people like Bob Walker, and all them Mossy Oak turkey thugs, George Mayfield and all them boys, running all over the woods chasing those turkeys. If they're having a hard time with them, I sure don't want to follow them up. I mean, those turkeys get pressured a lot.
I'll tell any of them anywhere. You want to hunt a hard turkey, you go down in there.
I promise you he's hard. And another one I hate to fool with is a pasture bird.
I think that's the worst.
I don't like fooling a pasture bird. He look over there and see 200, 400 yards across that field. You can call all you want to, and if he doesn't see that hen, he ain't breaking.
He ain't coming.
Or he might come within 100 yards. And nowadays these loads might get him in trouble. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He will come to the edge, and that's about all he's going to do. But I know we've gotten way off here. We were supposed to be talking about fall time stuff, and here we're talking about springtime. You tell what's in our bloods, guys. You got 4 turkey killers in the room. Well, 3.5.
3.5.
3.5. We got one that's quit on us.
Yeah. We'll see.
Quitter.
You wait. Wait till that picture gets posted this spring. I'm going to go, what about George?
What about George? I cannot wait.
When she's measuring that spread.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you? You do know that's a new thing, right?
What's that?
What?
The spread. You don't measure your spread on a turkey?
Spread.
Oh, yeah. Tell him.
We got informed this year.
We got informed this year. We was in Illinois. We got informed.
Yeah, they some local folks around there. They measure from tip to tip on the feather's point.
Oh, the
They
fan.
keep up with that spread on that.
You got to
fan.
keep up with his fan.
We're gonna try to make that go
Yeah, that's-
somewhere. We've told everybody about it.
They come in there and said, yeah, they killed one with a 31 inch spread. What are you talking about? The fan spread. You measure the furthest point, feather to feather.
Why do I feel like standard's about 28?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Is that their point?
I don't know.
I don't really know.
Is that-
I've never even heard of that.
I've never heard of it either. I'm trying to figure out if y'all trying to pull wool over
No,
me.
no.
Embarrass me on this show.
We were.
I've never. I mean,
We were where you're at a few months ago because we're going.
I've never heard of this.
On turkey. So we need to get this thing started. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be the deal.
Well, I tell you, the thing to do is this spring we just need to throw out a challenge.
Yeah.
The turkey challenge. I'll throw in a leafy suit for it if y'all want to keep up with it, and we'll just start a little challenge here. See who can get the one with the greatest spread.
You know, I could see maybe a 30-pound turkey.
Is that going to be bigger? It's going to be a bigger fan, right?
Yeah, I mean,
is that what they're saying?
Yeah, and I've killed bigger birds like in Kentucky than you'll kill down here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess you could have a big. I've just never that would never have crossed my mind, and I don't know if they just made that up. And
They had to have. I mean,
we were up hunting with William Terry and the Legacy guys.
Yeah.
In Illinois, and so one of their neighbors.
yeah.
He's got a place up there. And one of their neighbors brought that turkey over and was showing him and mentioned what the spread was on it.
He was lost.
He was lost as we were. I mean,
I've never heard of that.
We did. We laughed about that. So now that's our thing is how big was he spread?
When we killed our birds up there, that's the first thing we did when we pulled up. We had tape out. And
Yeah, look at that. He's 31 and a quarter.
Wow. Wow. I don't even get wrapped up in the weights anymore. You know, I just don't.
I like to weigh them, but I don't have to weigh them. I can pick one up and you know it's 20 pounds. I mean, you're going to,
You can get real close after you've touched enough of them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you what's crazy is Misty helped me call in this turkey. Been quite a few years ago. Called this a yo-yo bird. You know how a turkey will yo-yo when you back and forth. He'll come in and come out, back and forth, back and forth. And he's just in that strutting zone. He's telling you he's not coming out of it. He's just going to stay right there. And and she helped me call in this turkey because while he was yo-yoing, I was able to cut the distance. And so she stayed back, and she was running the call really good, and I'd cut the distance, and I was able to look back, and I literally signaled to call. She started calling, and he broke and came right on into me, and I was able to get a shot on him. But I tell you all this because the turkey had 1 5/8 spurs, and almost 1 3/4 spurs, and it wasn't a real long beard. He a 10-inch beard, 10 1/4-inch beard. Turkey weighed 17 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that a bit.
I mean, he's the smallest bird I've ever killed, but the biggest, most mature bird I've ever killed.
Right.
And I was talking to Eddie about that, and he said, well, really and truly, most of your true wild birds that had never had any domestic bird brought into them won't ever break 19 pounds.
And that's a pretty good average on
I
birds
think-
we killed, like in Illinois and places this year.
Because people go, I thought you kill heavier birds. I'm like,
Right.
no, not really.
True wild turkey, not supposed to get over 18, 19 pounds.
So every one of them in South Carolina would be that because that's the purest wild
Oh
turkey.
yeah,
yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have heard
It's on
that.
their Game and Fish page. They have the purest wild
I've heard
eastern
that.
turkeys in the world, in the United States.
I get a funny out of that, but
I don't know how you know.
I don't know.
how
I
do
mean,
you know?
They said they had less birds.
Domesticated birds?
No, less birds. No, they're not talking about being mixed breed. They're just talking about true South Carolina birds. They didn't have a whole lot of them brought in when they were trying to move them around and get the population.
well, you look
up.
at Missouri, it's not uncommon for them to kill 25-pound birds.
I hope so, because I'll be there this spring.
That's a big turkey.
and Iowa too.
Yeah, we're going to
hunting
Missouri
both
and
at the
Iowa.
same
Iowa,
time.
you're getting to hunt in Iowa
Same
too.
time.
Yeah, good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you. I've got family in Iowa, but they're on the other side. And they didn't give me
We've
much. I do
waited.
have one cousin up there though that over on the Illinois side, and his family's really involved with
I don't know how we're going to get to every place we want to hunt. I mean, I really need to just quit working. That's what I need to do. I'd have time to do all this kind of hunting. I might not have the money to do it, but we got so many spots we could go this coming spring.
I tell you what Misty and I's goal is, and it may change for her. And if it does, that just means we have more room for other folks. Hint, hint. But what we're looking at doing is motorhome
Yeah.
and hitting 5 or 6 states doing spring tours.
Oh, yeah.
Even Misty hadn't been to Florida in the last couple of years, but I usually go and help and try to help anyway with some hunts down there. But after we leave there, we come home for a couple of weeks, and then I'd like to spend tail end of April, 1st of May, or something like that, traveling out west. I've killed a couple Miriams. I'd like to kill some more. Most of them, the ones I've killed, have been Dakotas, and so they were blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ours was too.
And I had the opportunity. I'm one bird. All I have to do is kill a Miriam with Eddie, and I'll have my grand slam with him, Misty and I both. And we had the opportunity to go to South Dakota a couple years ago, and I didn't want to. I wanted to finish that, right, just to say that I was blessed enough to do that. It's all the years we've hunted together now, and that's that one bird that we have left to get with him. But I want the white Miriam, and so
You're better off being Nebraska, I think.
The one I killed in Nebraska
Colorado.
was
Colorado,
would be a great place.
Yeah.
The one I killed in Nebraska though, it was
white.
really
It was
nice
snow
white.
white. Yeah.
You out there is kind of unique because you can call in 3 different birds and have three different, literally 3 different subspecies. And a lot of hybrids.
That
too.
was one of our, to me, now I love going to Texas, but that hunt we did exactly what you're talking about. We hunted Florida. Actually, we hunted with Eddie down there. Mm-hmm. And then we come home and hunted a week. And then another week, we left 2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks.
And then we left and we drove to Kansas and we hunted 3 days.
3 days.
Then we went to Nebraska and hunted 3 days. And then we went to South Dakota and hunted. Now, I was hunted out. I'm going to be honest with you. I was about ready to go home because we had talked about swinging back through because I killed one in Kansas. He didn't. He killed one in Nebraska and I didn't. So
Now we've got to go back.
We got to go back.
Kansas
if we're
is a
going to do
draw
it.
state now. So
Yeah, it wasn't draw then. They changed that next year. And every state's getting harder. It
is.
They have figured out they can make a little bit extra money off all of us.
When's Alabama going to wake up?
Never.
That really is underneath my skin. I don't know who needs to hear this, but why are we need to pull the same policies and procedures that our current administration has pulled against all the countries that we're importing against and with, right?
Well, I mean,
if you're going to tax us, right? Shouldn't we tax you?
I say make it reciprocal. I don't know how hard that would be to do. If I can't go to Tennessee and kill but 2 birds, a Tennessee guy can't come here and kill 4. He might kill these 2. If I can only kill 1 in Kansas, you can only come to Alabama and kill 1.
I don't disagree with that. I just think it ought to be set no more than 2.
for out of state.
For out-of-staters, I think you should not, 1 should be enough.
Well, I mean, I haven't hunted anywhere else you could kill more than 2.
That's right. That's true.
Except maybe Mississippi you can kill 3, right?
Mississippi, you can kill 3.
Yeah. nowhere you won't kill 4, much less what we used to kill.
Texas,
5.
you can kill
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Texas,
wasn't
you can
thinking
kill
about-
4.
yeah. But that's yeah,
Tennessee,
2.
3.
Or two.
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 Yes, two.
Okay, it's 2.
It was 3.
It
and then
was
went
3,
to
and they
2.
dropped to 2.
Yep.
So I mean, this is opinion. Everybody's got an opinion, right? But why shouldn't an out-of-stater be able to come in here and utilize our resources?
I agree. No, I
the
agree
same?
100%.
They can't. And our public land is a huge problem. It's getting crowded really, really fast. We're not even giving our land. We're not even giving our tax-paying citizens the opportunity to get in there and utilize these resources, our state land, without them being flooded. So that certainly needs to be a limited draw, if any at all, the first 2 weeks.
I like what Mississippi did.
Right.
Yeah. I like
Absolutely.
what they did. Private land, do
Absolutely.
what you want. If it's my land,
If it's my land, you want to come
Yeah.
and book a hunt with me, that's fine. You can do that. But public land,
Now, I'll tell you something I don't, and you may disagree with me, but I do not like the hunt until, what is it, noon or 1 on national forest. They can do what they want on management areas. And I don't hunt national forest per se in Alabama. I've got plenty of places around here to hunt, but I just don't think it's fair, especially to the guy that he may work.
oh yeah,
He may not get off work till 2:00.
That's
on a
right.
Saturday or Sunday or work, and then he can't go hunt. I just don't. I know it's always been that way on management areas, but I hate it. Just really flew all over me the wrong way when they changed it and let the state, make those same type of rules for the national forest. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will disagree with me. The birds need to rest and they can do this and that, but I'm going, there's a lot more public or private land they're getting hunted all day long on.
right.
Why is that guy that is working, till 1, 2 o'clock every day, he can't go out and hunt for 2 or 3 hours?
Well, you take the average guy that only gets to hunt on the weekends, and you take and put that in perspective. Then you're only looking at it, including youth season. You only got 6 weeks, 7 weekends total involved, including youth season. So you factor in Johnny's ball schedule or the kids' schedule. You factor in spring break. You factor in Easter. Factor in April showers. Do what?
Weather.
So bad weather.
Yeah.
And you take the guy's average 12-day season and you just cut that down to 6.
Could be less than that.
Yeah.
As much rain and all.
Well, and then you
so
cut the day in
DCNR,
half.
let me ask you something. How am I going to motivate a man to get involved with this, to be interested enough to buy a license, to invest in conservation practices and do all this that we're asking him to for half a dozen days of joy? It doesn't add
And then
up.
tell him to be out of the woods at 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I absolutely love to hunt in the afternoon.
I do
Me
too.
too.
I believe
Absolutely love.
I've had
the
as much
story I just told
success
y'all
or
about
less
killing that
success.
turkey in the treetop. That
Yeah.
was in the afternoon. I didn't even go out until like 4:30.
Yeah.
Right.
I killed the turkey at 5:50.
Yeah.
I love my late afternoon hunts, and for the average guy like myself that doesn't get off work until 3:30 or 4 o'clock,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
You
go.
just-
I can still slide in a hunt. And how you taking that from
You
me?
took it. You took it away from them, and they all holler about hunter numbers, hunter retention, recruitment. That don't recruit anything.
That
to
does
me.
not recruit anything. But see, we're still allowing these out of staters to come in and reap.
Well, they're in there while you're
And
at
I
work.
don't like that. I don't like that. I think the tags, the license ought to be really, it ought to be significant. Mm-hmm. Just as significant it is for me to go to Florida, pay $170 for my license, and then I got to buy my tags. And I think that ought to be.
And they're proposing you got to buy a season this coming year. They're looking at doing away with a.
Of course, it's more money for
Sure,
them.
it is. Where do you at? Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can either or, but I think they were changing to a complete season.
Yeah.
You couldn't buy just a 7 or 10 or whatever it is. They tag like, what is it in Florida?
That's
It's been
right.
10 days.
It's annual. Oh,
I mean,
no,
but now it is.
yeah, it was a 10-day
Yeah,
license.
you could buy a 10-day license.
Here, you can buy a 3-day license.
Yeah, no.
I mean, seriously,
Yeah, I don't care. Okay, 3 days for $750. I don't care.
As long as they're paying, and I think it should be a significant fee. Plus, I think you ought to have to buy your tags extra, and you only get 2 at the most for out of staters. And being on the commercial side of things for so long, Misty and I got to the point where our clients were coming in and literally on a 3-day hunt. Now, we were blessed to have good numbers, but they would only spend 2 nights and leave. The night before, hunt one day, they would get their bird, and we were going to literally have T-shirts made up that says, "I got my Bama bird." They would come. We'd have groups come down from Indiana. Now, we were hitting them pretty hard. I was hitting them an extra $1,000. My hunts were $1,500 for one bird, 3 days. And they would kill their turkey and go home. And, they were happy with that. And some would go ahead and buy the second bird, but you make it significant for them. I didn't really want them to kill a second turkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put yourself in my paying client's position. Well, I'd rather they didn't. And so based on my preseason surveys would depend on how many hunts I sold every year. And I'll tell you, hands on the book, I didn't sell anything I didn't have. I just wasn't that guy. I know folks in the outfitting business, they just book whatever dates they can and just hope something's out there gobbling. And then
I ran into them.
We're not going to go that route. And we've all been down that road. And I even, for the first time this year, and golly, I would love for this man to be listening. I had a man out of Kentucky. Him and another guy were supposed to come down and hunt with me this year, and they were on their way down. And I told them, guys, y'all need to understand what you're getting into when you get here. Oh, what's up? I said, it's a ghost town. We can't find a goblin turkey. That doesn't mean we can't kill one. And I ask a lot of people this, and watching y'all's page, and I love y'all's page. It's a wonderful platform. And you know where I'm going with this. A lot of folks say, "Man, I walked 10 miles. I ain't heard a turkey gobble yet."
Yeah.
My Lord, you couldn't find a turkey in 10 miles. Well, I mean,
I heard more people no gobbling this past year. No gobbling.
Well, respectfully, if I counted on a goblin turkey to pay my bills, I'd be broke.
Right.
And I want to say this respectfully. There's a difference in hunting on my own and hunting commercially. Point clear. And y'all know this for yourselves. Y'all are professional at this. You know this. And when you're hunting commercially, you got to do whatever it takes to kill that turkey. And I'll ask my clients, if they're starting to get anxious, if you want to hear the turkey, I'll go put my Nikes on. Do you want to kill the turkey? We'll go get comfortable, and we'll be where he wants to be. Key is, can you sit there and be still? And a lot of that comes down to homework. And y'all know, and here's the thing. Here's the caveat. I'm blessed to do this full time for a living, and not everybody is. Your average hunter can't do that. He can only spend so much time in the woods. I mean, trying to get ready for turkey season is more important than the time in the woods during turkey season, in my opinion. My homework is what I'm counting on to kill that turkey, because I know where I want to go before I ever get out the truck. How many mornings you know this? I know where I'm going. He may gobble and he may not gobble.
Right.
But I know from his strutting zones, I know from all the signs, I know he's there. And it's funny, it's been several years ago. In fact, Misty's boss now, and she's working for her, brought his 2 sons to a hunt, and Eddie and I were hunting together that morning. And we were getting ready to go to a place I wanted to set up. And on the way, turkey started gobbling off in the other direction. And of course, he got anxious and I had to tell him twice, we're going over here. And literally by 7:15, we had a double on the ground. And I asked him later that night, I said, you got upset with me this morning, didn't you? I said, no. I looked at him and said, yes, you did. And he said, well, I wasn't real sure what you was thinking. And I said, well, did it work out? He said, yeah, it did. He said, in fact, it worked out better than it probably would have, because if we'd have gone the other way, we'd have probably busted him off the roost.
Yeah.
I said, well, I had an old wise man teach me a few tricks. You know, I mean, it's just stick to your guns, stick to your gut and where you think that turkey wants to be.
Hey everyone, it's Anthony. I regret we had some technical difficulties there at the last few minutes of this podcast. That's why it kind of ended abruptly, and I apologize for that. But things happen in the recording world, and we'll try to make it up. We'll have Mark back on to talk more about what they do. Either way, we will see you guys in about a week, and take care of your trees because that's where the turkeys sleep.